Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit episode number 803. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book but you need some help getting it done, you are in the right place. Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online, look for Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they even have the ability to turn someone who barely sees themselves as a writer into a published book author. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. And once again, good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. As we do every Sunday here on the show, it is Sunday Story Time, where I grab a book off my shelf, whether it's one of my own books or a client book or a book that has positively impacted me in some way. I read you an excerpt from that book and then pose some sort of learning question or activity so that you can apply the information to your own work. Today I've chosen a book that I've just started reading recently. It's called On Writing Well by William Zinsser. And here's the excerpt. When I first wrote On Writing Well, the readers I had in mind were a small segment of the population: students, writers, editors, teachers, and people who wanted to learn how to write. I had no inkling of the electronic marvels that would soon revolutionize the act of writing. First came the word processor in the 1980s, which made the computer an everyday tool for people who had never thought of themselves as writers. Then came the internet and email in the 1990s, which continued the revolution. Today, everybody in the world is writing to everybody else, making instant contact across every border and across every time zone. Bloggers are saturating the globe. On one level, the new torrent is good news. Any invention that reduces the fear of writing is up there with air conditioning and the light bulb. But, as always, there's a catch. Nobody told all the new computer writers that the essence of writing is rewriting. Just because they're writing fluently doesn't mean they're writing well. That condition was first revealed with the arrival of the word processor. Two opposite things happened. Good writers got better, and bad writers got worse. Good writers welcomed the gift of being able to fuss endlessly with their sentences, pruning and revising and reshaping, without the drudgery of retyping. Bad writers became even more verbose because writing was suddenly so easy and their sentences looked so pretty on the screen. How could such beautiful sentences not be perfect? Email is an impromptu medium, not conducive to slowing down or looking back. It's ideal for the never-ending upkeep of daily life. If the writing is disorderly, no real harm is done. But email is also where much of the world's business is now conducted. Millions of email messages every day give people the information they need to do their job, and a badly written message can do a lot of damage. So can a badly written website. The new age, for all its electronic wizardry, is still writing-based. On Writing Well is a craft book, and its principles haven't changed since it was written 30 years ago. I don't know what still newer marvels will make writing twice as easy in the next 30 years, but I do know they won't make writing twice as good. That will still require plain old hard thinking, what E.B. White was doing in his boathouse, and the plain old tools of the English language. That was an excerpt from the new edition of On Writing Well. So that was an introduction written by William Zinsser, who has since passed. He wrote that in April of 2006, obviously reflecting on all the various versions and all the changes that have happened to the craft of writing since he wrote the original version of On Writing Well. So here's my question for you. For those of you first-time authors especially, where on your list of things to do is reading a book on the craft of writing? I've been writing professionally for about 20 years now, and I need constant learning and relearning of writing fundamentals. And this book is a great reminder that I need that learning and relearning. So I would advise you to put this book and others like it on your things to do list. Writing fundamentals is something that always needs to be tuned and fine-tuned and reshaped and relearned, and highly recommend that you include it as a part of your book development process. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And please drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook and let us know how we can support your writing goals. And I'll drop the link in the show notes to Inc. Authors as well as to this book on writing well so you can get yourself a copy. Until tomorrow, happy writing.